Hey y'all. Man, 7 o'clock is early. You hear me? But that's all right. We on a mission. So just as I promised you, we're doing this 21-day challenge. And yep, my hair is a mess, but that's all right. We got things to do. You see, I got on my army fatigue because I'm ready. I'm ready to get started with this because it's some people that have been in a really dark place, and I'm ready to be committed to helping you get out of that dark place. So I had some technical difficulties, and yes, my camera and stuff on my laptop is not really working good, so I'm using my phone. Hey, Daryl, I see you're on there. I see you're watching. So glad you're here. Should have known that you would absolutely be the one committed to watching this. So anyway, so what we're doing is the 21-day challenge. And this is a 21-day challenge to move forward and get your life on track and to just come out of that dark place and to be the best you that you can be. It's time for you to live your best life. It's time for you to have happiness, and it's time for you to have peace. You've been in that dark place way too long. And so for the next 21 days, I'm going to help you to come out of that. Okay. So today, day one. Day one, we're going to talk about what is my narrative. And narrative, which I went and I looked up the definition of this, so bear with me. So, narrative is basically telling a story of who you are and who you are becoming. So, your narrative is really important because a lot of us have shaped our narrative based on traumatic incidents. So, meaning that if you came from a broken home, or meaning that if maybe you didn't have the ideal life that you wanted to have as a child growing up, or even as an adult, let's just say you didn't make the best decisions, or maybe you made a good decision, but it just didn't turn out great. But now that shapes your narrative. So a lot of times what draws us into the dark place is a series of events. Okay, so it's a series of events that happen that we hold on to. And I'm gonna try my best not to make this video long, okay? So, but I wanna make sure that you get exactly what I'm talking about, because at the end of this video, I want us to really reflect on your narrative. I want you to tell the story and what exactly your narrative is. So I sat down and I came up with my narrative just to give you an example. Since the narrative is you're telling a story about who you are and who you're becoming. Okay, so here was what I told myself was my narrative. I believed for a long time that my narrative was that I was consistently rejected. So, what that basically meant was that I could expect that from people. I also believe that my narrative was that I had to always respond in survival. Like my whole life had to be about survival. And I had to consistently stay in survival mode, even though that's not exactly what my life should have been about, but that was the narrative that I told myself. And then for the third thing was I believed that my narrative was all about my weight. So there's three things. One is rejection, two is survival mode, and three is my weight. Okay. So those three things shaped my story, what I believed about myself, and how I felt like I could move forward. Okay. So I need you to understand that whatever this story is you're telling yourself is shaping how you're going to move forward. It helps you to make your decisions. It shapes how you see yourself. And it absolutely is detrimental, okay, in how you move forward. I need you to understand that. So what you have to do for the next 24 hours is to remove social media, remove everything for 24 hours. From now until 7 a.m. in the morning, I want you to reflect and think about what is your narrative? What is the story that you tell yourself that helps you to make the decisions about who you are becoming and how you get there? Because that's one of the reasons why you stay in that dark place. Because if I continually focused on those things that I said were the three things, that were my life. It was my identity. Because I need you to see the attachment here, because my narrative, my self-talk that I tell myself is actually my identity. So it's what I believe about who I am. It's what I believe about what I deserve. And it's what I believe about my worth. So if those are the three negative things that I think about myself, how in the world would I be able to make decisions moving forward to have the best life that I can have? It would be difficult, because the thing is if you can't visualize it, it's hard to move towards it. If you don't really believe that you're worth more, if you don't really believe that you're supposed to have the best in life, if you don't really believe that good things should happen to you, how in the world can you move towards that? One of the things that we got to understand is that we are totally based on vibration. If you are low vibration, you attract low vibration to you. If you're a high vibration, you attract high vibration to you. Just like if you always wonder, how do I always get these negative people in my circles? Well, that's kind of the energy you're putting off. I hate to tell you. Facts. Okay. So what I want you to do for the next 24 hours is to think about and to write down, what is your narrative? What do you tell yourself about who you are? You know how they say in the Bible, who is it that they say that you are? For the next 24 hours, who is it that they say that you are? Who is it that you say that you are? And be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me. I just want you to be honest with where you are and what you believe about yourself. Because if you don't understand anything else that I'm saying in day one, I need you to understand that what you say about yourself in your mind, the self-talk, that voice that's there when nobody else is there, what you say about yourself is what you visualize. If you visualize you're not worthy, guess what? Those things happen in life, and they confirm that you're not worthy. Okay? So what is your narrative? And what is it that you tell yourself? Okay? So I want you to write that down. So some things that I want you to think about as you write it down. What do you believe about who you are? What did you come from? And what traumatic incidents helped you to shape what you believe about yourself? Okay? So what traumatic incidents help to shape what you believe about yourself? I want you to write that down, and I want you to write down your narrative for the next 24 hours. Just get a piece of paper. Don't get no expensive journal, none of that. Just write it down on a piece of paper. And then tomorrow morning when I come back, I'm going to give you the step 2, so you can understand why that narrative was important. Okay, so I hope that I gave you some good information today, and I hope that for the next 24 hours, you will remove yourself from social media until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And you will begin to just kind of immerse yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't feel good, because when I wrote this 21 days, it didn't feel good. However, at the end of the 21 days, I can tell you that I did feel better. And I did start to really look back and reflect on, where I've been, how I got there, and what I need to do to stay out of that. Okay. So again, happy Monday. Thank you for joining in. And today was day 1, and we are on a journey. Okay. We're on a mission to the best life that we can possibly have. It's not in comparison to anybody else. It's the best life that we can have. Okay. All right. Well, happy Monday, and thank y'all for joining in. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time and 6 a.m. Central. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.